Good afternoon, UCF Knights. I'm Christina Diaz, and here's a quick look at what's making news on Tuesday, March 6, 2018. Wellness and Health Promotion Services kicked off Safe Night Week with a carnival yesterday on Memory Mall. Students were encouraged to come out and learn about UCF resources.
This year's Safe Night Week is in full effect. Safe Night Week co-chair Stephanie Spees says this year has more to offer than previous years.
This year we trying to make it bigger and better than last year, so we have more resources for students and more emergency vehicles.
Safe Night Week takes place the week before spring break to get students thinking about how to stay safe during break. Even if students are planning on leaving the UCF area, they should still utilize the different resources UCF has to offer them.
Most of the different areas will have resources kind of like what we have, especially things like victim services. If something happens and they need to utilize that kind of service, they will know that they can ask for a victim advocate.
Students were given the chance to participate in different activities focusing on safety, one being a slow bike race, challenging participants to be the last one to cross the finish line. Freshman Ethan Parks found it more difficult than he thought, but appreciates the message behind the activity.
Really watch your speed in any sense, not just with biking, like with driving, stuff like that. There's no need to rush, just enjoy it, enjoy the ride.
Over 10 organizations had booths out with different resources available for students. Corporal James Roop says students should know what resources UCF has to offer.
Kind of opens up your eyes to all the different things that our partners here at UCF and UCF Police and our other counterparts that are trying to make everyone safe.
Students could sign in, get 5 stamps on their sign-in card, and receive a free t-shirt. Reporting in Orlando, Natalia Cranio, UCF Nightly News.
Events will be taking place every day this week on campus. For a list of the events, visit www.events.ucf.edu under Safe Night Week 2018. Of Central Florida's recent Peach Bowl victory sparked big financial momentum for athletics. UCF is now getting financial benefits from its most successful football season. Administrators confirmed during a board meeting that a $1.5 million boost will be given to UCF's Athletic Association. Hurricane Irma set back UCF athletics about $1.5 million as a result of rescheduling and postponing games, but is offset by the $3.8 million payout from the Peach Bowl success. Associate Director of Strategic Communications Andy Seeley believes this is just the beginning.
It goes beyond that too. It's the exposure and the national recognition that we're getting. We talk about athletics being the front porch to the university, and we've really dressed up that front porch a lot the last few months.
The victory caused a rise in ticket and merchandise sales. Increased ticket sales and Peach Bowl revenue will help the student athletic experience throughout all 16 sports. UCF is searching for its new president. Each of the 4 candidates get time to share why they should be elected. SGA President Nick Larson introduced Matthew Wilson as one of the presidential candidates. At the open forum, Wilson discussed his experience and how he is going to improve the campus. Students and faculty were then welcomed to the mic to ask questions for themselves. He spoke about improving sustainability initiatives on campus. After each candidate gets to speak, UCF's new president will be chosen this Friday. One UCF faculty member is conducting research about students' attitudes towards free speech, and freedom of speech on college campuses is on Congress's agenda. Nightly News went out to see how students feel about this constitutional right.
UCF students have a disconnect between their attitudes of freedom of speech and the reality of it. David Algathorpe, Assistant Director of Communications for the Student Union, interviewed over 22,000 UCF students about their feelings on this First Amendment right.
Almost every student exclusively says that free speech is really important and it's a right that should be protected. But then when given specific examples of free speech and ones that are constitutionally protected, most students say that some of those are unacceptable.
Professor Aubrey Jewett says this disconnect is not a new concept. That feeling is a repeat of history.
Surveys going back for many decades have often found that Americans, including college students, have broad support for general ideas about American governments.
But when you get into the specifics, people backtrack on their ideas. Freedom of speech is one of the rights all people are entitled to. A recent Senate Bill 1234 may end restrictions on freedom of speech on Florida campuses. Free speech areas like this one on campus
specific areas where UCF students and people from the community can come and speak freely.
Oglethorpe said this bill hasn't really affected his research, but shared his thoughts on it.
Students, they can protest wherever they want, they can use their freedom of speech wherever they want on campus, but I think the non-campus or non-community members, I think it's important to be able to put them in certain areas, both for their safety and ability to do what they want to do and for students as well.
Oglethorpe's final research on students' attitudes will be published later this year. Reporting in Orlando, Brianna Jones, UCF Nightly News.
Oglethorpe reached the amount of students needed to make his research scientifically sound. The Senate bill will have its second reading this coming week. Nightly News will have more as the story develops. And here's a quick look at our weather forecast for today. Today is sunny with a high of 84 degrees. Tonight will be mostly clear, then patchy fog and a low of 58 degrees. Tomorrow will be just as sunny with a high near 84 degrees. There's an 80% chance of late night showers, with winds coming from the northwest around 12 miles per hour. That's all the time we have for today. Don't forget to keep up with us throughout the week on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at UCF Nightly News. And make sure to check back for another UCF Nightly News update. I'm Christina Diaz. Thanks for watching and have a great day, UCF.